Hello and welcome to VideoNet's set of IBC 2016 video interviews. I'm Barry Flynn, contributing editor at VideoNet, and with me today I've got Michael Lantz, who's CEO of Accedo, the Stockholm-based video experience specialists. Welcome, Michael.
Thanks, Barry.
Michael, Accedo used to be known as a TV apps specialist, but today you're describing yourself as a video experience pioneer. In fact, you're issuing some new research into user types and their behavior, and you're demonstrating a new VOD user experience concept to address those at the show, and you call that concept CREAM. So what's driven the change in your business from the TV apps to the user experience?
That's a great question. So we actually think that we have done the user experience for many, many years, and we think that we have the most experience of any of our sort of competitors. But there is a perception problem, of course. Everyone sees us as the TV apps specialist, and that's what we do. Oh, Accedo are the TV apps guys. But our offering is very wide. Anything that is what the consumer interacts with in the video experience. Right? So everything that the consumers interact with, whether that is the user experience, whether it's the apps, whether it's how you, which video quality you have, everything regarding that video experience is what we're actually working with. And we're doing that with very many customers over the globe. So at the moment we have more than 400 people in the company, over 18 offices around the world. And of course we have built up this experience expertise team around the world. And to deliver the best user experience is part of our mission. So the reason for that repositioning is to make sure that everyone actually understands that it's so much more than the apps. You can actually decide to work with one of our competitors for the app development, or you can do it internally. We're about helping our customers deliver the best video experience possible to the consumers. If they just want our advice, we're more than happy to help them with that.
Okay, so next year I'll begin by describing you as the user experience specialist. Yes.
Right, the video experience
the video experience, yeah, video experience specialist. Good. So now, according to this new research I mentioned, the older generation, 30 plus, prefers to consume video content in the company of their friends, their families, their partners, while the younger generation, teenagers, prefer to watch videos on their own. So how can content providers make sure that at the same time they're targeting both types of demographic, the younger and the older ones?
It's a great question. So the research that you're describing, we decided to evaluate three types of target groups. So we have the digital newcomers and the digital natives. And the digital natives we have separated out between a millennial and a sort of young child, because they actually behave in a different way. So
sure.
Two types of digital natives. So I believe that if you're doing from a content perspective, I think every content owner understands this. There is a target market, and you really need to nail that target market for the content. You're doing research and so on. But what people forget is that the user experience of the service also needs to be adapted for that specific target group. You may not want to interact in the same way as a digital native than when you're a digital newcomer. And to finish off the previous question regarding the Accedo CREAM user interface, that's an innovation from us to describe a potential user interface for a digital newcomer. And in the research we're using sort of a persona of a 54-year-old woman, and they would like, such a person would like to interact in a different way with the service than the 8-year-old boy. So that's the idea. The Accedo CREAM is then a way to have a simpler interaction by combining sort of the best of linear with the best of on-demand. So you won't browse through sort of thousands of titles or doing sort of the advanced search and swipe, but you will have a more of a pleasant discovery similar to what you have on linear.
And will you be able to switch the user experience dynamically between, in a single home between the different kinds of viewer?
Yes, you can do that. So the the way we are doing is that we are controlling the user experience using AppGrid, which is our cloud-based solution to control which consumers would get which version of the UX.
Okay, yeah.
And of course, it's really difficult to know how consumers behave in your specific markets, and you may not even know exactly which group a certain consumer belongs to. So you just need to test. So we have the possibility of actually switching out the UX dynamically. Yeah, this person would try this UX out this evening and it doesn't work well, then we give them the other one, and you can measure and constantly improve to make sure that you get the right loyalty and hopefully better monetization over time. And that's also something we're advising our customers about to maximize the profitability.
So the A/B testing is new at IBC this year for AppGrid, isn't it? Isn't that a new?
Yes, that's well, there are many new features, but that's the most prominent feature because it sort of supports the underlying message that we're giving to the market. We're here to help you improve the UX over time. It's not a one-time effort; it's an ongoing effort, and A/B testing is a key element of that.
Okay, so you've also been shortlisted for a CSI award for the work you've been doing with VR, virtual reality, which is the project is called Project Himalaya. So just about everybody at IBC has something with VR on their booths. What's yours doing?
So fundamentally what Accedo is about is the video experience, and I think everyone you speak to here at the show would agree that 10 years from now VR would be another way of experiencing video, and what we need to do as a leader in this field, we need to start finding out different ways of interfacing with the video experience. And Project Himalaya is exactly that. That's our first stab on how you can interact with the video experience, and it's obviously you need to be able to navigate without your hands, and you need to be able to navigate with just moving your head. At the same time, you can't go too crazy, because then no normal consumers would do it, right? So you can of course walk in a park and pick up the video assets from the ground, and then you throw them away, and then they start playing. But normally in a real context, in a home, in 10 years from now, I think the VR will be more of the IMAX for the home, if you see what I mean. It's about the immersive video experience, and the navigation to find your assets has to be simple and easy, and you still use the VR as a way to navigate through the video assets, essentially. And that's what we're presenting with Himalaya.
Great, okay. Well, good luck with that. When are the CSI Awards again?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, no, neither do I. I think it's tomorrow night. But anyway, good luck when it happens, and here's hoping that Project Himalaya will get some kind of award, if not the first one.
Right.
Okay, thanks, Michael. I'm afraid that's all we've got time for this IBC 2016 VideoNet interview. From myself and Michael, thanks to you, the audience, for watching, and goodbye.